Section 7.4, sum to product and product to sum formulas. In this section, you will express products as sums and express sums as products. Let's start with expressing products as sums. We'll be learning several new identities for expressing products as sums. So these are the identities, product to sum formulas. Cosine alpha times cosine beta is equal to 1/2 times the sum of cosine alpha minus beta plus and the cosine of alpha plus beta. Sine alpha times sine beta is equal to 1/2 of cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. Sine alpha cosine beta is 1/2 sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta, and cosine alpha sine beta is equal to 1/2 sine alpha plus beta minus sine alpha minus beta. To be familiarized with these formulas, try to look for some pattern here, like cosine alpha cosine beta is going to be equal to 1/2 of cosine alpha minus beta alpha plus beta, and it is addition here, and sine alpha times sine beta, it is subtraction here, and you will see cosine. And if they are alternate, sine cosine or cosine sine, then you can have sine and sine, sine and sine. So those are the things that how I memorize these product to sum formulas. Okay, and now let's use these formulas to solve these examples here. Example number 1, write cosine 3 theta and cosine 5 theta as sum or difference. So as you can see, cosine, this is your alpha, this is your beta. So meaning we're going to use this. So alpha is, so think that your alpha is 3 theta and your beta is 5 theta. And that is equal to 1/2 of cosine alpha minus beta, so 3 theta minus 5 theta, plus cosine of alpha plus beta, so 3 theta plus 5 beta. Then let's simplify this. So 1/2 3 theta minus 5 theta, that is cosine of -2 theta, plus 3 plus 5 is cosine of 8 theta, and this is equal to 1/2 of cosine of alpha, cosine of -2 theta is cosine of 2 theta plus cosine of 8 theta. So that is the answer. Next, example number 2. Find the product to sum formulas to evaluate the exact values of cosine 11 pi over 12 and cosine pi over 12. So again, cosine, so meaning your alpha here is 11 pi over 12 and your beta is pi over 12. So let's use the same. This is equal to 1/2 of cosine alpha minus beta, so 11 pi over 12 minus pi over 12 plus cosine of alpha plus beta, So 11 pi over 12 plus pi over 12. Let's simplify this. 11 minus 1 is 10 over 12. 10 pi over 12. 11 plus 1 is 12 pi over 12. And 10 over 12, we know that is, we simplify 5 pi over 6. 12 over 12 is 1, so this is just cosine pi. Cosine 5 pi over 6, we know that 5 pi over 6 is in the second quadrant. Like this is 5 pi over 6 with coordinates negative square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. So cosine is this, which is negative square root of 3 over 2. So this is equal to 1/2 negative square root of 3 over 2 plus, how about cosine of pi? Pi is this with the coordinates negative 1, 0. So cosine is negative 1. Now let's simplify this. So this is 1/2. 2 times negative 1 is negative square root of 3 minus 2 over 2. And this is simply equal to multiply across. 1 times this is negative square root of 3 minus 2 over 2 times 2, 4. Okay. Next, writing sums as products. So these are the sum to product formulas. Sine alpha plus sine beta is equal to 2 sine alpha plus beta over 2 and cosine alpha minus beta over 2. And then cosine alpha minus cosine beta is equal to negative 2 sine alpha plus beta over 2 and sine alpha minus beta over 2. Then sine alpha minus sine beta and cosine alpha plus cosine beta. So again, make sure that you know these formulas to answer examples 3 and 4. Okay, let's do it. Number 3, write the following as a product. Sine 4 theta minus sine 2 theta. With this example, our alpha is equal to 4 theta and beta is 2 theta. So sine 4 theta minus sine minus sine. So meaning we're going to use this. Oops. So that is equal to 2 sine 4 theta minus 2 theta over 2 times cosine of alpha 4 theta plus 2 theta over 2, and then we simplify this. So this is equal to 2 4 theta minus 2 theta, that is 2 theta over 2. 4 theta plus 2 theta is 6 theta over 2. And now 2 over 2 is just a theta, so this is 2 sine theta, and 6 over 2 is 3, so that this is cosine 3 theta. So this is the answer. Next, example number 4. This time we're going to evaluate cosine 15 degrees minus cosine 75 degrees. And with this, our A is, your alpha is 15 degrees and your beta is 75 degrees. Okay, and this time cosine minus cosine, so that means we're going to use this formula. Easy, right? Okay, let's try it. So that is, let's follow this formula, is negative 2 sine of alpha plus beta. So that is 15 degrees plus 75 degrees over 2 times sine of alpha minus beta, 15 minus 75 degrees over 2. So this is equal to 15 plus 75 is, let's use this as 90 degrees over 2, and sine 15 minus 75 is negative 60 degrees over 2. So 90 over 2, that is 45 degrees, times negative 60 over 2 is negative 30. And what is sine of 45 degrees? That is pi over 4. So that is, yes, square root of 2 over 2. And how about sine of negative 30 degrees? That is, yes, it is 1/2. So we simplify this, it's going to be equal to this is going to be negative, because this sine of negative 30 degrees, that is clockwise, so it's like 11 pi over 6. So sine of 11 pi over 6 is negative 1/2. So negative negative is going to be positive. So the answer here, 2 over 2. So square root of 2 times 1 is square root of 2 over 2. So this is the answer. Next, let's prove an identity. Given cosine 4t minus cosine 2t over sine 4t plus sine 2t, we're going to prove that it is equal to negative tangent t. So like what we did the past sections, when we prove an identity, is either you can choose the left hand side or right hand side. This one, let's prove the left hand side and show that it is equal to the right hand side, negative tangent t. And take a look at this numerator and denominator. We have cosine minus cosine, and this is sine plus sine, and we're going to use the formulas for those two. Okay, so remember the top one, cosine 4t, so meaning this is your 4t here is your alpha for the top, and beta is 2t. The denominator, alpha is 4t, beta is 2t. Oh, actually the same thing. So let's use the first one, cosine 4t minus cosine 2t. So remember, this is equal to negative 2 sine 4t plus 2t over 2 times sine 4t minus 2t over 2. So if you remember that, cosine, so this is what we use. And for the denominator, sine alpha plus sine beta is the first one. We're going to use this. Okay, so that is equal to the denominator 2 sine 4t plus 2t over 2 times cosine of 4t minus 2t over 2. Okay, and then let's simplify this. So 2 over 2 sine 4t plus 2t, have a space here. We still have a negative here. Sine 4 plus 2 is 6 over 2 is 3t times sine of 4 minus 2 is 2 over 2 is t over, same thing here, 4 plus 2 is 6 over 2 is 3t cosine 4 t minus 2t is 2t over 2 is t. And now sine 3t over sine 3t, that is equal to 1. So we have here negative sine t over cosine t, and sine over cosine is, yes, it is equal to tangent. Don't forget the negative. So this is negative tangent of t, which is equal to the right hand side. Okay, now let's try some lecture questions. There are actually 3. So number 1, we write the product as a sum or difference sine of negative x times sine of 5x. So here again, alpha is negative x with beta, which is equal to 5x. So go back and check which formula we're going to use. And with this problem, it's going to be 1/2 of cosine of alpha minus beta minus cosine of alpha plus beta. And then we simplify. So 1/2 negative x minus 5x is negative 6x, negative x plus 5x is 4x. And cosine of negative 6x is, this is an even function, so that's why the answer here is equal to 1/2 of cosine of negative 6x is cosine of 6x minus cosine of 4x, and this is the answer. Okay, number 2, rewrite the difference as a product of sine 3x minus sine of negative 3x. So here your alpha is 3x and beta is negative 3x. So which formula are we going to use? Sine 3x minus sine. So yes, go back and check the formulas, and it's going to be 2 sine of alpha minus beta over 2 times cosine of alpha plus beta over 2. Then simplify. So this is 2 sine of 3x minus 3x is 6x over 2 times cosine of 3x minus 3x is 0 over 2. So 6x over 2 is 3x. And 0 over 2 is cosine of 0. And we know that cosine of 0 is equal to 1. So this is equal to 1. So the answer is 2 sine 3x. Okay. All right. And last one, number 3. Find the exact value of cosine 45 degrees sine 15 degrees. So again, here alpha is 45 degrees and beta is 15 degrees. Cosine sine. So take a look at the formulas. So it's gonna be 1/2 of sine alpha plus beta minus sine alpha minus beta. So let's simplify this. Sine 45 plus 15, that is sine of 60 degrees. 45 minus 15 is sine of 30 degrees. So remember, in a unit circle, this is 30 degrees and this is 60 degrees. And 30, we have here square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. For 60, we have 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2. So sine 60 is, yes, square root of 3 over 2, and sine of 30 is 1/2, yes. Now let's simplify this. So this is like 1/2 of square root of 3, same denominator, minus 1. So 1 times this is square root of 3 minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. So this is the answer. And that's it for section 7.4. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay? Thank you.